Good morning and welcome to In Your Town, a weekly public service of Ann Arbor Radio. Each week we do a series of interviews highlighting the community. Now let's see what's happening in your town.
Well, actually here with Tammy Landry, Michigan Area Director of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And Mariana, I'm not going to butcher it, so you tell us your last name.
Viriato de Carvalho.
Wow. Now it's your turn. Now you say your last name.
No.
Well, we're here for, we're being a little lighthearted. We're here for a very serious issue. It's a kind of a taboo issue. There's suicide in my family as well, and it's just not brought up around the table. In fact, sometimes the victim of suicide, sometimes they disappear from the family because it's people treated as kind of a skeleton in the closet. But really, every 16 minutes, someone dies by suicide. Could you tell us a little bit about that, Tammy?
This is true. The statistic varies every 16 or every 18 minutes. We haven't exactly figured it out yet. There is an attempt once every 3 seconds, I believe.
Wow.
So if you think about how long this interview is going to be, say 15 minutes, how many people have attempted suicide in our country, whether they make it or they don't make it, that's a really startling and horrible statistic. It is the second leading cause of death for college-aged students.
Wow.
Which is very disturbing as well. I mean, we're here with the University of Michigan, a great school, and I know they have wonderful services there for students who are suffering. But those students need to reach out for help. And I think part of the problem, the reason why students or adults don't ask for help is because of the stigma that we attached to suicide long ago, and that is still, unfortunately, here. We, as an organization, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, we've been around for about 27 years now. Our headquarters are in New York City. We have made a lot of progress into reducing stigma, but we have a long way to go. I started the chapter here, the Metro Detroit Ann Arbor chapter, 6 years ago after I lost my own father to suicide. So this cause, as you can imagine, is very near and dear to my heart.
Well, Tammy, tell us a little bit about Out of the Darkness and what the community walks. Is it basically the whole intention of the walks is just let's get rid of this taboo and let's get this out there and talk about it?
The whole intention of the walks, there are several intentions. It's obviously a fundraising walk. We're an organization and we want to raise enough funds so what we can do is do enough research and education into why people are harming themselves and what we can best do to prevent it. So number one, obviously, we do want to raise money. We want people to come out and we want them to donate. The only way that we're going to be able to figure out why people are harming themselves is if we have the backing and the research for that, and that takes money. As well as when I started the chapter 6 years ago, what I thought was really important is to be able to get enough funding in these areas, Metro Detroit, Ann Arbor, and surrounding communities. Now we've spread across the state of Michigan so that we can get our programs out there to the public for free. So many of the programs we have running now are free. People can come, they can get the help that they need, and they don't have to pay for it. The Out of the Darkness community walks allow us to bring in those funds so that we can do this for these people. We have 6 walks in the state of Michigan. And then obviously, since we're here in Ann Arbor, we have the one in Ann Arbor, which was the first ever community walk that we did as I was a part of AFSP. So that started in 2001. So this year is our 6th year for this walk. It's an extremely popular walk. We have a lot of really wonderful people who come out for the cause, people who have lost loved ones to suicide, people who are suffering from mood disorders or depression themselves, and even people who've never been touched by this subject at all, but just feel like it's time to start supporting this cause.
Well, it's important.
Yeah. They've embraced it as an important cause, so I'm really, really pleased about that.
Well, Tammy, talking about making strides, how do folks? We know we've always heard about the suicide hotline. That's something that you always hear about on television or something. Now, how do folks that are maybe experiencing some dark feelings or just these thoughts possibly to harm themselves, How do they reach out to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention? What are some of the kind of the programs that they can get in touch with?
We have a wonderful website. It's www.afsp, American Foundation Suicide Prevention.org, O-R-G. And we have a whole list of places you can call, places you can visit, where you will get someone on the line right then and there, and you can talk with them about your situation. There are also several organizations in Michigan. Common Ground Sanctuary is one where you can call, and they have an actual suicide hotline. And here in Ann Arbor, I'm not aware of an actual suicide hotline, but I do know that the University of Michigan has, I say it's new, but it's been around for about 5 or 6 years. Just when I started the chapter, they were starting this University of Michigan Depression Center. The building is probably about a year old, out on, what's that street out there near Domino's Farms? Plymouth Road. Yeah,
Plymouth.
right. Yeah, they're out there, and they are, it's world renowned in helping with mood disorders, mental health, schizophrenia, any type of depression issues. So we're really well versed here. The problem is I think a lot of people don't know that all these programs are available. So if you can visit our website, again, www.afsp.org, we have a lot of that information available there, and you can find out almost anything.
Something that's kind of in the news right now, if you follow the celebrity news, Owen Wilson supposedly just recently attempted suicide. Now, does that... It's always a terrible thing, but that really brings the issue home, because so many people may not have anybody in their family or a friend that has committed suicide, but they all know who Owen Wilson is. They see him on the E! Network. They see him in movies all the time. That really brings awareness home. And when you gave us those numbers earlier, every 3 seconds, just staggering. And then that proves it when even a small community like Celebrity, you hear about suicide attempts. Just unbelievable. And I think that really, in a terrible way of saying, it could help the cause, because it will bring it out in the open a little bit more.
And I'm not happy at all about what happened to Owen Wilson. Obviously, he probably had been suffering for a long time. I don't think anybody just wakes up in the morning one day and says, I think I'm going to kill myself today, or try to do that. That will be interesting. He obviously had some issues. I hope he gets the treatment and the help that he needs. Yes, it is helping our cause. I'm sorry to say, but the good thing about this is he did not die. He is alive.
Yes.